Hello, dear brothers and sisters. I uploaded a video about my dreams and visions in around 2018. Back then, I was still a Muslim. In that video, I was very sick and hardly breathing. My dreams and visions continued on since this day, and I became a Christian in May 2019. Because the Lord is faithful to His word and He revealed Himself to me as He promised in the scripture, I have decided to share my dreams and visions with others. In this video, I will talk about what the Lord showed me when I was still a Muslim. Okay, I'll never forget the first dream I saw. I finished praying as Muslim people do, as a 5 times a day ritual. Then I said, God, if you are real, give me a sign. That night I saw a dream, and in the dream, the sky was scarlet red, like the sun was setting, and there were 3 full moons in the sky. At that moment, I realized that the world is going to end. And then I woke up. And then I searched the internet and found out that many people saw the same dream with the same feelings. Even, like maybe some people saw 2 moons, but it's always the same feeling. Another dream, I was with my friend, and suddenly the ground started to shake, and an old man and a child rose up from their graves. We took off, we ran, and while we were running, my friend acknowledged me that the old man said, Apocalypse. Then in another dream, I was with my grandmother then, and we came across a mosque, and there were 4 graves next to each other. I looked, I came close and I looked at them and realized they were far older than the Islamic times, and they were like some kind of holy people, like saints or anything that sort. And this ground shook again, and I took off because they were about to come alive. That dream was extremely terrifying. Next, in a dream, I was in a classroom, and the teacher wasn't showing any interest in me, and that made me feel sad. Uh, I was reading the Quran, and but I was extremely sleepy, like struggling so hard to keep myself awake. Even I was feeling like my head is very heavy. Also, there was a blanket over me. Then one of the 2 students sitting behind me asked why I didn't believe in God. And I pointed the Quran I was reading and said, if I didn't, would I be reading this? Then the other girl asked if I had a father. I was baffled by these questions because back then they didn't make any sense. Like, what, what about the father? And then in another dream, I was with friends, and we entered into the apartment building where I live. But some neighbors opened their doors and started to complain because supposedly we were making too much noise. A quarrel started, and I was murmuring myself like, don't they know the world is about to end, yet they are fighting over such small stuff. Then I left the building, but now the building was changed. It was like a tremendous Roman era building, with a dome and lots of columns. I was going down the marble stairs, and ahead I saw a woman. She was like around 50 years old and looked like a gypsy woman. She asked me if I wanted to see the future. Then I saw the inside of her hand. Actually, she showed it to me. In her palm, there were geometrical red colored intertwined symbols like squares, circles, triangles, etc. And when I see this, I told her this is superstition, and I declined her offer. As I was leaving, I took a glance back at her and I saw a white lamb next to her. Little, small lamb, the animal. She started to twist. She started to twist its neck to broke it. I can even hear the sound of the bones, and I felt disgusted. And then I left. In another dream, I saw two army generals, one facing towards me, shaking hands with each other. I was able to see that one is an Asian person and he was wearing, green uniform but with a yellow hood, like communist armies to like North Koreans. The other was a Caucasian because I can see the hair and his skin, like his back of the head, and he was wearing a naval commander uniform, with the black suit and white hat. Then the scene changed and I saw missiles rose up from the ground. Around these times, I saw another dream. I saw a world map from above, as if I was in the sky floating. The map zoomed into somewhere in the Indian Ocean. Then I knew that a US Navy ship got attacked. Then I saw Donald Trump behind the pulpit saying that this attack will be avenged. He was almost happy now that he had the chance to attack to the country that did the attack. I realized that this will be the event before America will be destroyed. As I was sure of the fact that the US will be invaded by China, Russia, North Korea, etc., I was wondering when will be the exact time of the invasion. One morning I saw a vision, an awake vision, my first one. There were two words, but I couldn't make out the first one. The second one was glög. So I researched, because it's not like my mother language, my mother tongue is Turkish. So glög means nothing to me. So I researched and found out that it's a Swedish word and it's warm spicy wine consumed mostly around the Christmas time. So it was like, the war will take place in a Christmas. I saw another vision. While I was awake, I saw a watch, a huge clock. With the clock, had only seconds hand. It was making the usual clock hand sound, like tick, tick, tick. And as soon as it came to 9, it halted and made a noise, like they use in movies when the electricity goes out and all the machines come to a halt. Then this, the sound like the time has stopped. Then the scene changed and I saw a camp. There was a woman washing clothes behind barbed wires and a soldier standing guard in front of the camp. The soldier was wearing a baby blue helmet, as the UN soldiers do. In another dream, I saw that I was with a group of people and we were scavenging among ruined buildings. But we were nice people. I know that we were a team of some nice people. I found a box among the ruins, and inside there was useless stuff, but also some hundreds of US dollars. First I took the money with joy, but then I said to myself that this money has no value. Why should I, pick it up? There is no use for it. And then I decided to leave the money. Decided to leave the money, and instead I took a small toy car. Dear brothers and sisters, I forgot some of the dreams and visions because I didn't write them back then, and omitted some others because I don't want to keep it so long. In this video I try to tell you a summary of what I was shown by the Lord between 2013 and 2019 May. In the next video, I'm going to tell what God showed me the day I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord, and afterwards. God bless you and stick with Jesus.